everyone, it's Be Divine, and welcome to this message. So, sorry, I'm just going to get the sage going for just a second. Alright, so you may have noticed that there are some crazy, strange vibrations going on at the moment. Okay, we got the sun doing things. We got the Schumann resonance, which is the energy signature of the earth, just being flooded with light. We have people who are shifting as we move we're in this eclipse season right now, and we have people who are struggling with that in itself. And we also have a full moon lunar eclipse coming up in the middle of May. We also have a lot of information that's been coming forward. We've had a lot of shifts in our vibration. Some of us have been going through physical symptoms of this. But I want to tell you that if you use my declaration and place over yourself a high frequency shield, you are going to buffer about 95% of all of that energy. Some people are going through a strange sensation in their heart chakra. And this is because the heart chakra is the center of your connection with the divine. So as the light pours down upon the earth, it makes sense that all of your chakras would expand, perhaps suddenly, to accept the new light vibration. Right now, we need to remember our spiritual basics, and that is to making sure that we are always protected and that we are declaring things in a positive way. Because if we are not, then we are rapidly also going to manifest some things that we really don't want in our life. I never like to talk much about anything that I'm going through physically, emotionally, spiritually, whatever it is, because I'm always, in my view, on top of things. This past few days since Thursday, I've actually been in... there's something that's been changing within me. I just want to put it that way. And it's led me to have some severe physical things going on. Okay? Anyone else probably would have raced to the hospital, but I am not going to. I will get told if that's what I need to do. And I'm holding in there. Okay? I'm hanging in there. The other reason why I don't really like to say anything about what I personally might be experiencing is because, sadly, negative people like to use that against you. You shouldn't also... The other thing is, don't tell people your plans. Just put your plans in motion. And it saves a lot of people attacking the idea, etc. So with all those things going on, us feeling displaced and, just a little bit all over the place, use your crystals, work with your selenite to bring you into balance with high vibration. You know, keep a lot of amethyst. I'm keeping a lot of purple amethyst things around. Also greens, of course, for the healing. Purple and greens are always great. And stay focused right now. Okay, so we're going to do some cards today. We're going to look at the Nostradamus cards as well. And, of course, these Domino Angel cards, which you can get. I also wanted to tell you that just for a week or so, I'm offering a special deal on a quick reading that you can get, which is like a quarter of the price right now. So, you know where my website is. And also... Semester 2 is beginning for the Light Leaders Academy in June 1st. You can start anytime you like. If you do want to work more closely with me during it, then I'm starting June 1st, okay? Which means that you'll be able to keep up to date with me and how the lessons are going. And this is it. We are going through a extreme expansion, so get ready. This is what the angels are saying. Archangel Azrael, Archangel Ambriel, and Archangel Raphael are with us, okay? So Archangel Azrael is with you, and this can mean time of loss or attendance at a funeral, or your support is indeed required. There will be an increased sense that you are not alone, okay? And this is also a hello from heaven directly to you. Your loved ones are in many ways more alive than you, so don't ignore this calling to mediumship or helping others with their loss right now. Thank you, Archangel Azrael. You can light a dark colored candle to connect with Azrael. So if we think of Azrael as a funerary guide, a funerary angel, and we know that there are many underworld types of gods and goddesses, okay, especially Anubis. We know that this also can indicate the transformation from one state of mind, from one state of being, from one state of living to another, okay? Yes, Azrael indicates sometimes the energy of loss, the energy of transformation, the energy of the coffin card in the Lenormand, energy of the death card in the tarot. But does it really mean physical death? A lot of the times, not at all. In fact, most of our energy is focused on transformational vibrations. So most of our energy is focused on wanting something to end so that something can begin, wanting this old life to end so the new one can begin, wanting this old way of thinking to end so a new way can begin, wanting this old body to change so a new one can come in. When we do get this energy vibration of something coming forward, the first thing we do is panic. The first thing we do is stress out. And the first thing you do if you feel any physical sensations when you're going through a transformation is maybe you're not panicking, but people around you certainly are going to. Okay? Why does that happen? And that's what I'm going to explain as I'm going through this reading today. Is we want so much for our life to transform, but we are riddled with fears of the past and past failures and people who annoyed us or upset us, or situations that we could have had, or other people are doing this and we were doing this and it didn't work for us, so the universe is not listening and to hell with it. Okay, so I'm going to manifest today. I'm getting my meditation on. I've got my sage going. I'm minding my thoughts and I'm being extremely positive. And I'm still not getting what I want, so this is really not working. We give up on ourselves far too soon. We just quit. And the reason we quit is because our body subconsciously, our mind subconsciously is in survival mode, is in doubt, is in an inferior complex. And you're doing it secretly, and you're doing it because what you've seen in the past, what you've wanted to have happen in the past, what you've experienced in the past has caused you to protect yourself. And you protect yourself on an internal level instead of asking for protection on the outside. You protect yourself on the inside. You are locking up the movement within your body that is going to actually free you from all of those locks that you have inside. Now, I'm going to be channeling information today, and this is needed. Humanity is blocking itself from its transformation, from the very thing that it wants, for fear that they might not actually like the new life, or that the old life will come back, or that it will be okay for a while until the shoe drops, and then there'll be some kind of condition involved, or other people won't like your success, or other people won't like you, or other people will hate you because you're successful. You know, where are you blocking yourself with those old vibrations? Because they cannot exist in an abundant, happy and healthy life that you want for yourself. You can't secretly take some of your stuff with you and think that nobody will know. Thing is subconsciously you're sabotaging yourself. Basically, you've got to come into oneness with who you are and actually accept yourself completely. And this is something that the angels tried to explain to me so long ago, but it was all too complicated. And Azrael comes forth as an opportunity for you to kill off the things that are stopping you from having the life of success. And you need to be honest with yourself about what those things are. Because if you keep on saying to yourself, oh yes, I know this. Yes. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I know. And I've been trying, you know, and I live with this person and that person and they're a pain in the ass. And, you know, they keep on reminding me of what a jerk I used to be 20 years ago. And, you know, I just can't seem to get out of it. You know, that sort of rubbish. You might as well just not say anything and never try to manifest, because you have an excuse why something won't work. I used to think the same way. That's why I'm saying it. That I would always be under the impression that something was stopping me, something was blocking me, someone was sending stuff or whatever. Instead of acknowledging my own fear of other people's rejection of my success, of other people being jealous, of other people being upset by it, and instead of programming that into my life, I programmed in a new life where that doesn't even exist. Because you can't bring the old stuff with you into a new life and then wonder how you're going to get around everybody's thoughts, feelings, opinions, and, you know, craziness. How am I going to get around everyone's craziness when I'm successful? Well, you manifest that there's no craziness. Right? You manifest there's no craziness. You manifest that, you know, people are only going to be happy for you when you succeed. That nothing's blocking you except for yourself. That if you did get thousands and thousands and thousands of people come forward to your business right now, well, you'll be able to hire help, won't you? That you can finally delegate. You've got to start choosing things wisely here, because Archangel Raphael is with us, and when you're ready to pull the pin, as they say, and you're actually ready to actually step into a future that's actually more secure for you, and an easy pathway forward, rather than I'll have to go through all these hoops and I'll have to jump through this hoop and that one, and then, you know, and then I can get there. Because our parents have told us that we've got to work our butt off our whole life and then we can finally finish. And it really doesn't need to be that way. That's the way that they were. And look at them. Sorry, but most people's parents are quite exhausted, aren't they? Exhausted. So we have to change this. This is not something that happens to us and we're, oh, wow, the angels are coming to transform our life. This is so amazing. Wow, I don't have to do nothing. That is never going to be the case. Your energy has to be a matching vibration of the truth that you wish to see in your life. That can't happen with a loaded excuse ready to go, or a doubt deep down inside that it can actually happen. Because the people that are most successful, this is one of my quotes, the most successful people never give up. Doesn't matter what they throw at you. You've got to keep going. You can't give up, because it doesn't mean that you're giving up on anything other than yourself. And that can never be the case in a vibrant, healthy, and abundant reality. So if Archangel Raphael is around you, yeah, you may be going through grief. You may need to admit that you're going through grief. And that can come through being really angry all of a sudden. You know, grief can have many forms. People acting bizarrely, etc. And also that you may be the one that's called on to support a situation that you probably never imagined was going to happen. But the most important message is what I'm saying is, say goodbye to the old version of yourself. It has no place in your future. And start stepping into the future that you want. And that comes from a reality check. Archangel Raphael's with us as well. See? Number 1. Bringing messages about children. Perhaps a child will come to stay with you and you'll have just the right way to deal with any problems. It may be time to switch off the TV for a while and have a good talk with kids. A special letter arrives, extra emails, etc. Everything will be moving quicker than usual because we're working with Archangel Raphael, and this is what happens. And be ready for action, okay? Lighting a yellow candle to connect. The child card kept on coming up in a lot of our readings as well. So perhaps someone is coming forth to stay with you. If so, you might not have seen this person for a time, or it's a grown child, okay? Or an animal's coming to stay with you, a new animal can also be it. Whatever it is, it's happening quickly, especially when you let go of all your own BS, okay? Because we've all got our own BS, and if you think you haven't, then you must have a really amazing, abundant, successful, beautiful, psychic life, okay? Archangel Raphael's here too. So this is offering you a chance to put your healing skills into action. It's time to go to the doctor if you need to. I say 48 hours, especially if you've done a clearing. If you're still feeling it after 48 hours, you really should go to just give yourself peace of mind or whatever it is. You are reminded that you're a born healer. And as such, you may be called into duty at this time. So believe in yourself and your ability to heal yourself and others. There's also a green light to any situation this week. Thank you, Raphael. Light a bright green candle to connect. I've told you all so many times that we are all connected with healing vibrations. We are all healers. The first thing you do if you fall over is you grab your knee with your hand and you rub it. You put your hand right over it. Your child hurts themselves. You know, as a parent, the first thing you do is, oh, you know, ouchies, grabbing their hand and stuff, because you've got healing vibrations in your body. You just know what to do. Watch any animal, they know exactly how to heal themselves. They're their own doctors. The only problem that gets in the way is people say, well, I'm this, and I'm a master, and I'm a this, and I'm a that. And thinking that their training is completely finished, you know. Well, I run a school, and I still have training to do. So we have to be open to understanding healing in a different way, and understanding healing through all aspects, you know. All aspects of the self. And healers that do Reiki only focus on energy. Not all of them, okay? But for the most part, you see Reiki advertised somewhere, it's dodgy, okay? They've learned how to flow some energy through a whoop-de-doo. 2 weeks later, the person feels like crap. Why? Because they haven't addressed their emotions. Same thing as when someone wants to go get a surgery or something, and an enhancement surgery, let's say. Have they dealt with all the emotions behind the reasons why they're doing it, behind how they've, you know, what strategies do they have in place for this particular surgery or this particular aftercare, and what happens and why you've arrived at this point, etc., etc. There's no psychological, I mean, there might be a psychological evaluation, but how deep is it? Is it just ticking boxes or something? You know, it's like we all have to go through a much deeper level here of understanding, because brushing over something is not going to cut it anymore. When you have high vibrational people coming into your sphere, this is all going to be elementary for them. All the little Reiki stuff is all elementary. Yes, I teach many different methods of Reiki, so you've got tons of stuff in your toolbox, but to me, that is not the answer. That is not the healing that I'm talking about. And you have to come to a level of understanding yourself. Do you put your nose, you know, in someone else's business? Do you try to figure out what's wrong with people that are random strangers to you? Do you think that you're helping by, oh, I just need to go and tell this person that their mother's who's passed away is standing right next to them? Stop. We can't do those things anymore. That is just, the message that I get is it's invasive, it's old news, and you need permission to help anybody. You need the fullness of their permission. So walking up to strangers and showing off how good you are as a medium, or messaging people, oh, do you want a reading? Do you want a reading? Do you want a reading? Oh, I just got this message for you. Tell you what, people dare not send them to me anymore. I used to get them all the time. People saying, oh, I've just got a message for you, and yeah, I just feel like, you know, this is what you need to hear. No thanks. I can get my own messages, like, hello, what's my name? I mean, yeah, I would never do that to you. So if you ever receive an email as supposedly from me, I hope you would know by now that it's not me. I can tell you. All right, so we're going to look at the Dragon Fate Oracle here. Look, this is the reason why I did begin the Light Leaders Academy, because I had so many people who were like, yes, I want to begin, but I don't know where to start, and I want to learn everything and everything. I just want to absorb knowledge, and I don't want to do the same old things. What are you going to do, Becky? And I was like, I'm going to teach you properly. And I am telling you now that I am absolutely shocked that although people have some basics of things, and, you know, most people understand what a chakra is, and most people understand what your aura is, but nobody put together so many things that I was like, you people didn't put this together? Guess not. And it showed how much of a bookworm and a nerd I've obviously been for the last 31 years to put these things together. And it ended up being the most comprehensive, enormous, thorough way of looking at things. It just has no, what's the word? If you can learn everything that I've taught in semester 1 and master this, then you would never, it's like you don't need, I mean, you could take things on and do new study because you want to, but you wouldn't need anything. You would have the tools that you need to help people for the rest of your life. And you don't need anything else. That's how powerful it is. And it's pretty amazing to think that people were familiar with, as I say, chakras and things like that, but putting the in-depth information that came forward together was huge. Okay, and we get this attunement, which was underneath this deck. Okay, so the dragons are around a lot lately as well because the energy vibration is changing, as we've just been saying. The healing is coming forth. The people are going to start to know who you are. They're definitely going to start to know who I am. The locks have been taken off and everything is open right now. And you need to see things that way. Bells will ring and a knock at the door, attunement. Okay, just even looking at these things like this is huge. So I'm going to read this. This is by Lucy Cavendish. I don't really like all of her stuff. This particular deck is 31, sorry. This particular deck is, what do you say? It's more to the point, and about the Dawn Watcher. So the Dawn Watcher is a vigilant dragon fae goddess who can shapeshift at will and whose small size belies her enormous commitment and strength. She'll always give you foreknowledge, be it literally by warning bells going off, through premonitions in the form of dreams and deja vu, or of physical reactions to particular energies. She only weakens when you pay her bells no heed, so you're not listening, when you will not wake up and hear the call. Listen more respectfully to those bells, to the dreams, to the shivers of prescience, and know that you are always being told through your body, your mind, and your spirit of what's to come. So premonitions and forewarning are strong right now, okay? Pay attention. Signs coming through in ordinarily and seemingly coincidental ways. Paying attention, precognitive dreams, especially in the early hours of the morning, okay? Clairaudience and other forms of sixth sensory information gathering, strengthening, and gaining urgency and purpose. So clear seeing and clear knowing and empathy, all very strong at this time. Watching for messages from the animal kingdom and for the appearance of the dragon fae in the form of paintings, film depictions, and signs. They're speaking with you now, okay? They're speaking with you. They're trying to get your attention, okay? It's time to be alert and aware, to arise early and pay attention to the signs that abound around you selectively. Focus on your mission at this time and work towards this. Be determined and don't allow others to distract you. Call on the Dawn Watcher to assist you to focus on the messages that are most worth hearing, and so that you do not go into fear. The Dawn Watcher is a very powerful guardian and will help you greatly by alerting you with plenty of time. All you need to do is pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention to what keeps repeating itself, who keeps repeating themselves, and where your energy is leaking, in a sense, to other people's craziness, and also what the next steps are. So something is coming up in your life and you're feeling it. Everybody's feeling like we're on the edge of a cliff and something's about to come along and, you know, change our whole perspective. Right now we're looking at everything as though we're looking at over the edge of a cliff and we're seeing from that distance, and pretty soon we're going to be seeing from a different viewpoint. Does that make sense? So pay attention. You're getting some information here and you need to pay attention to the Dawn Watcher. The bells are going to ring, maybe even literally. Maybe you'll hear sirens when you're, you know, yesterday I was telling my husband something, and as soon as I finished talking Sirens went blazing, and I was like, there we go, there's a validation. So, you know, just listen for the validations. And here is like a knock on the door. So we're getting, they are banging at you to listen, okay? All right, 33. Okay. So, a knock on the door. So, Hideki is a powerful, little small dragon fae who dwells much of the time in the east, okay? With the fear of dragons that was prevalent so much in the west, he stayed away, servicing those who respected what he brought with him. The possibility for new beginnings and a chance taken and delight found. Now the times are changing, and at last Hideki can spread his beautiful doorways between worlds into the west and even beyond. These doorways are between seasons, between worlds, between night and day, and are of transitions and chances. He now wishes to bring to you the chance for good fortune brought through brand new opportunities. So nervous about a new chance? Feeling as though your comfort zone is far better than the unknown? Longing to travel and to change, yet unwilling to do anything about it? Procrastinations and old habits keeping you from reaching out and accepting what is being offered. You're ready. It is simply nerves that are holding you back. Conditioned fears, as we just said, and internalized voices from the past. Reach out, take a hold of the handle, and be ready for the wonder of the unknown that lies beyond the door. The doors of perception are about to change forever. Oh my God, our view is going to change. So working with Hideki, working with the astral travel, moving between dimensions, changing jobs, careers, applying for new positions, reaching out for new friendships, going out of your comfort zone, and exploring what lies beyond where you have ever ventured before. Get ready for wonderful new opportunities. Yes, tests and challenges, but how wonderful, adventurous, and exciting life is about to become. You've got nothing to fear except fear freezing your hand again. This time, knock on the door. Hideki will be with you and knows that you're about to enter a magical realm, utterly different to what you've been told and how you have imagined it to be. This is really magic. Okay? We are, look, it's telling us we're on the precipice of a massive change, and we just got to be not afraid to actually step forward, because I don't want any of you to be left in this 3D crazy world. There's freedom on the other side of pain, and you've just got to understand what the pain was, why it was there, how it's been holding you back, and take charge of it. And that means pain on any stretch, you know, whatever it is for you, whatever your pain is, whatever your conditioning is, whatever your past is. So here's the attunement from Gwyn and Eluish, okay, number 16. So that'll be right about the time of the full moon as well. Okay, I don't think I've ever seen that card before, so that's really cool. Okay. So Gwyn and Elisha are Dragon Fae, Prince and Princess of the Forest. They are in perfect harmony. They appear completely different to others, but they are truly in complete harmony with each other. Despite external appearances, in this image, Gwyn appears as a beautiful fairy, and Eluish is a diminutive dragon lord who looks with the Dragon Fae to safeguard and keep the knowledge of the earth alive, and to keep the fairy realm safe from human ravagers. from human ravages. This is really weird, everyone. I cannot let this beat me. So what I'm going to do is I have got to plug this in, and I do not want to turn the recording off, so just bear with me for a second. Otherwise we get a split reading. Okay. Alright. Okay, just hang on there, everybody. I know this is weird, and it was fully charged, but here we are. Just give me a second. It is not going to win. I will have to unplug my microphone, but I will do whatever I need to do to get this to work. Oops. Okay. Right. Whew. Okay. All right. So, he was trying to tell me that it wasn't charged, and that's the first thing that I do. Nothing's going to stop this message from getting out. All right. So here we are. I just have to be careful of all my cords now that I have around me, but who cares? I'll deal with it. Okay. Gwen and Elish, we're nearly there. Okay. So anyway, Iluish is a diminutive dragon lord who works with the dragon fae to safeguard and keep the knowledge of the earth alive, and to keep the fairy realm safe from human ravages and interference. He's the leader of a gathering of dragon fae who report back to Gwen on what's happening throughout the world. She's so wise and has seen so much, yet is ageless. He never gives in and will never abandon his people. The dragon fae, regardless of their form, because they are all children of Gaia, both Gwen and Ulish wish you to know that you are beloved for your unique qualities, and that blending in is not the way. This message is for everyone who has 8, not knowing it comes from their separation from the old ways. So communication between beings, including people, animals, and magical beings via the senses. Incredible understanding between beings, soul fusion, and comprehension of meaning without a word being spoken. You may have recently discovered that you can often understand what another being has to say without them uttering a word. Become more clairaudient, being able to receive messages that you hear. Development of the chakras to do with hearing and becoming more sensitive to sounds. So trust your dreams and intuitive messages, insights, and visions. Know you're receiving messages telepathically at this time, and take heart if people don't understand where you're receiving information from. And that's the other thing, is I'm going to teach you channeling skills, how to channel with the angels, how to do automatic writing, all kinds of stuff in semester 2, and do it safely and do it expertly. So this may be for you. So developing your intuition on a more subtle level, befriending animals, plants, and looking to the natural world for love and support as much as you do the world of people and technology. Letting go of unnecessary technologies and listening to the whispers of spirit and of the soul. Oh my gosh. We're being told, okay, we are just being told. Let me just double check this. Yep, okay, we are, being told exactly what's going on here. That we are going to be given all of the messages, signs, and symbols attunements to help us to understand the next part of the journey without having to know exactly what that is. More that you have an understanding of this expansion and an understanding of yourself and your own abilities. Because anybody that tells you that you don't have any abilities or that you need to, you know, to go through training and all this, and people that tell you that, for example, one thing that really grinds my gears in the metaphysical community are people that tell you that they are a 3rd or 4th generation something or other, because they've just totally missed the point. As soon as someone says that to me, I just walk away. I just don't want to hear it, or I turn the video off or whatever, because they've totally missed the point of connection. They've totally missed the point that we're all completely, well, how many generations do you want to go back to source, where we've all been gifted gifts? All my family on my granddad's side are gypsies, you know, so what, I've got the gift now because my families were all gypsies and they all did readings and stuff. Well, that's probably, you know, part of it is probably true, whatever. However, if you went back in your own history, you'll find it. Everyone will have it somewhere. So everybody is connected to divination, which actually means, in Latin, divinae, which means God is within. Anyone that tells you that this is evil and this is that and this is the other ones who are evil, because only a devil will attack somebody else. Only someone who's completely dark in nature would literally attack somebody else who's doing nothing but good for the world. And that's what I tell trolls that come, you know, thanks for wasting your time. But only a demon would attack a person of the light. Geez, they don't come back again after that. I wonder why. Anyway, Nostradamus. This is the Nostradamus deck. If you weren't around when I did this the last time, it is pretty awesome. Very different, but awesome. If there's some kind of deck that you would like to see me use or whatever, let me know. I just always go with my intuition with just about everything that I do. And today it was Nostradamus. I've got some other cards I'm going to be bringing out as well. Now, in this, I'm actually going to be asking messages that we need to know, something that we need to know, okay? Whoops. What? Okay. What do we need to know? It's going to be the theme of the day. And I just want to be sure that everyone gets the... Okay. I don't want to have any... With the tarot, you can do reversals if you like. And of course I can do them too. But one thing I learned a long time ago is that sometimes the upright is enough. You know, like it's enough. And sometimes it can be negative enough on its own. There's no need for... I mean, you can do reversals and things if you want to. Like it's good to expand your knowledge. But it's just, to me, it's unnecessary. And you probably won't see me do many reversals unless it accidentally comes out. And then, in which case I'll leave it. Okay, so this is the Nostradamus deck. And this one, I will actually read the quatrain that goes with it. And see if we can piece some things together. So Nostradamus, we are here in May 2022. Thank you for being with us, sharing your knowledge, wisdom, and insight. And share with us today, what do we need to know? What's the story that we need to remember? I also want you to know while I'm just shuffling that I appreciate each and every one of you who's hung in there. This channel is going to start to, I'm pretty sure it's going to expand. If something does happen to YouTube in itself, I will always be on Rumble. I'm also on Telegram. You can add me at Be Divine if you want to on Telegram. And if you're a light leader, of course, you need to be on the light leaders group on Telegram, because I'm able to actually upload clips and audios and everything on there, which is awesome. Pictures, you know, videos, files. So okay, what does everybody need to know? Okay, all right, I'm getting a pull it from the top kind of a feeling. All right, everybody, you should know me by now. Right, this is what we need to know, okay? And what this means is that they're all going to blend together, and then, you know, they will make sense on the diagonals, okay? And then as a whole. I'll try to get it as pretty as possible. Okay. It's not OCD, it's just, it looks nice. Okay, we're going to start. We always start on the left-hand side. So let's see. What is this? 3 of Moons? Celebration's coming up. Let's go. We'll take it. Okay, we'll take it because we're sick to death of all this craziness we've seen. 3 of Moons. Okay, so let's go. I'm going to put my feet up a little bit. Oh, God. Okay, so I'm going to read you the quatrain. Okay? I'm going to read you the quatrain. And Mercury is in retrograde tomorrow, the 10th of May. So just keep this in mind. The land will be under the influence of the lunar globe. It is going to be a lunar eclipse on, okay, so during which time Mercury will be dominant. We are in May, okay? May is connected, oh God, okay. May is connected with Gemini. Gemini is connected with Mercury. Okay. Da, 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 da. Okay. So this was quatrain 593. If you're a creative person, that's you. This is your message. It celebrates your success, supports your vision, and inspires you to even greater heights. In fact, this card has more to do with celebration, of course, than anything else. It encourages pleasure, enjoyment, and mirth. And if you have been ill, it points the way to recovery and healing. So it says celebration, success, renown, fruitfulness, recovery, relief, healing, marriage, perfection, and in some cases, pregnancy. The land will be under the influence of the lunar globe, during which time Mercury will be dominant. Heck. Okay? We're coming into this. Look, this person is giving us a message. All right? For the longest time now, we've been given the message of freedom, relief, support, new beginnings. It's all happening. The truth is coming out. The situations are changing. Okay? And unbelievable. This person is, what I'm feeling here, this angel here is, I mean, that could be Gabriel, right? But it's receiving a message, and at the same time, so it's channeling a message, and at the same time, it's telling us. So the messages are coming fast. We really need to pay attention. That's why we were getting all that dragon face stuff. Look, come on, don't mess. Thank you. And then we have the Ace of Swords here. Another communication. Oh, God, you know what? We're just going to... Okay, we're being sleuths with the readings today. I don't care about what I say either. I'm just going to say whatever I want to say. And the way that we've all been treated and the things that we've dealt with is absolute rubbish. I, for one, am not putting up with it. Okay, wait a moment. So we have this Ace of Stars. What is this? Ace of Stars, there it is. Okay. There it is. Right, so ready? Here's the quatrain for this one. Ignorant jealousy is upheld before the great king. He will propose a defense of his writings. Ignorant jealousy is upheld before the king. He will propose a defense of the writings. So let me just read this one little thing for you, okay? The traditional meaning of the Ace of Swords, which is the Ace of Stars, offers clear pointers to the star. The earliest tarot masters identified the sword either with the biblical King David or Archangel Michael. It later turns up in the Grail myths as the sword wielded by Galahad, the Grail winner, who finds it aboard the mystical ship of Solomon. The sword wielded by Michael is a sword of light, which is said to represent truth and justice, and to burn away all untruths. 2,000 mules, anyone? In the imagery of the Lost Book, a hand holds a sword, which is surmounted by the 8-spoked wheel and draped with a scroll, suggesting that its fiery and piercing rays are always present in our lives, and that knowledge yet waits to be written on the scroll. It is written, says Jimmy Swaggart. Look, there's something of importance here. This communication, this is communication, this is written, this is written, this is word, this is word. It's this wheel here, the moon cycles. We've got it all connected in. The most widely acknowledged meaning for this card is that which cuts away. It also has associations with justice and is seen as a fiery angelic sword. Nostradamus included several such swords in the imagery of the Lost Book, but the most important aspect of this card is the strength that it represents. Such power can overwhelm those who tap into it. In readings, this card favors an intellectual response rather than an emotional one. In most instances, it indicates the need to strip away worn-out ideas and to reveal the truth at the heart of the matter. This is the truth at the heart of the matter. Intellect, triumph, aggression, passion, overwhelming power, cutting to the heart of an issue, initiating ideas and plans. Okay, initiating. Using your brain as well. And this is, if we have a look, these cards are facing towards our past. So these are things that we already know or have been known and perhaps have been kept from us. Oh my God. So ignorant jealousy is upheld before the great king. He will propose a defense of the writings. Okay, so information will be given to the world, and people are going to try to come up with an excuse as to why that was the way that it was. Or this is just disinformation or misinformation, or that BS that we've heard ridiculously over and over and over and again. You got Mary Poppins telling you what information is what. Come on. It's a clown show. It doesn't matter where you live. Okay? We, the people, the humanity, the consciousness of this planet are much smarter if we work together. Now, information is provided, and information is going to be provided by more than one person, because that one person will not get heard. It has to be a loud roar, or it will just be like ignorance and push past you. It has to be heard, and it looks like it's going to be. Okay, so I am continuing this reading. There was no way that I had full storage. There was no way that I was out of actual battery as well. These are things that you always do before you're going to start a video. So I'm going to keep going. Hopefully this is connected itself. But I just turned this over. And this is talking about the 6 of Moons, okay? So we're going to take a look about this. I love how it tries to shut me off. It's just not going to work. I don't know why it bothers energetically, because I'm too protected. I'm not going to allow my energy to be beaten by darkness. Okay. Here we go. Ooh, oh God. Okay, so these are the quatrains. This is 152. This is the quatrain, okay? When 2 malignities of the Scorpion conjoin, the great Lord is murdered in his room. When the 2 malignities, malignities, malignities of the Scorpion conjoin, the great Lord is murdered in his room. This is the quatrain. Scorpio rules this card. It is, and that is exactly what's happening. We talked about a prominent person just for the May reading. It's more than, look, open up, just broadly, just open your mind, okay? Something's going to change. Scorpio rules the head, and it was clearly an image that fascinated Nostradamus. Rules the card. As several scorpions appear in the imagery of the Lost Book. So here the creature seems to be threatening the unformed cosmos to its left. In Greek mythology, the story of the constellation tells how the hunter Orion bragged to the goddess Eos that he could kill any wild beast that walked the earth. Overhearing this, the god Apollo, responsible for guarding all creatures, persuaded the earth goddess to send a giant creature, half man, half scorpion, to kill Orion. During the fight that followed, the 2 antagonists entered the sea. There, the goddess Artemis, who loved Orion, fired an arrow at what she thought was Scorpio, only to kill her beloved. In sorrow, the goddess placed Orion as a constellation among the stars. Okay, so the meaning inherent in this card is so specific that when reversed, it's a true mirror of its upright meaning. Essentially, a card is about nostalgia. It's often seen as an adult looking back to childhood. Sometimes the act of turning to the past shows us things that are disturbing or shocking. And things we think we remember in one way often turned out to be very different in reality. So we're looking backwards. There's a sorrowful legacy. There's forgotten pasts. There's inheritance here. Gifts. There's some kind of strife, vanity, ancient quarrels that are stirred up again. See, so when the two malignities of the Scorpion conjoin, the Great Lord is murdered in his room. Wait a second. Oh God, okay. All right, just 1 second. So malignities mean malice, malevolence, ill will, spite, malignity, spleen, a grudge, a desire to see another person in pain, an injury or distress. Malice implying a deep-seated, often unexplainable desire to see another person suffer. So that's what malignity means. So when two malignities, okay, when two malevolent, ill will, nasty people of the Scorpion come together, conjoin, connect. So two evil people that have Scorpio in their chart somewhere, perhaps, or when it's the full moon in Scorpio, hello, the 15th, when they get together thinking that they can enjoy watching someone else go through pain, injury, or distress, the Great Lord, whoever the Great Lord is murdered in his room. You know, well, basically murdered because of it, or taken out of the picture because of it, or killed off, or, you know, is gone. Put it that way. So when these two evil people get together in ill will and spite because they want to see others experience pain, then this is going to cause the Great Lord, or someone like Orion, someone with power over the world, to disappear. Holy crap. Okay, so that's it's there's so much here. All right, we'll just leave it. Oh, okay, the Emperor. The Great Lord. Oh, hell. Okay. Look, you can see this in any way that you want to see it. Any aspect of your life where there are messages that need to come forward, and information that needs to come out, and truth that needs to prevail, and justice that needs to be done, and people who are being absolutely selfish and evil, you know, people who are coming together in your life and have been that way, or been working against you, or whatever. You know, something's going to occur that's going to cause people to pay attention. That's what it feels like to me. And it's not going to be a little thing either. So this is, you know, you can take this however you want. But there was a reason why I wanted to do this particular deck today. And more about this information comes up with the Emperor. Okay? So let's take a look at this. Now, we're looking at this because it's the Nostradamus book, of course. Traditionally, the Emperor sits on his great throne, dispensing wisdom and power. He is, as many have noted before, like Solomon, the great biblical king, who was also a magician and a prophet. The mighty French Emperor Charlemagne may also be a source of this imagery of this card. In the Lost Book, we find him represented very clearly through his status, though his status seems more that of a philosopher than a lord of mankind. So, in this, he once again resembles Solomon, whose wisdom was famed far and wide. For Nostradamus, he was probably Henry II, King of France and Navarre, from 1519 to 1559. The husband of the seer's patroness, Catherine de Medici. At first suspicious of the seer, the king eventually received him at court and gave him a gift of 100 crowns as payment for the horoscopes that he'd drawn up for the queen. Perhaps understandably, Nostradamus withheld the vision he had of the king's death, which he eventually included in Quatrain 135, and which accurately predicted this death in a tournament when a splinter from a lance pierced his eye. Nostradamus also predicted the fate of the king's children, some of whom died and others whom rose to replace the father. Okay, so in this one, the quatrain is coming from the original quatrain 579. He will raise up the humble and harry the rebels. No one on earth will be his equal. The prophetic references sometimes taken to reference to Abraham Lincoln, Napoleon, or the French King Henry V. But above all, the emperor represents stability. His appearance as number 4 in the major arcana suggests the 4 square nature of his power. His throne is solid, monumental, and when he sits upon it, he enters into his power, manifesting it to all who come before him. Like the Empress, he can be both protective and aggressive. His guardianship, like that of a father, may sometimes seem harsh, although it's most often tempered with love. This is also the card of the leader, the one who takes charge and sorts out problems by asserting authority and will. Again, his judgment may be summary, so certain is he of his innate power. So this presence indicates a powerful boss or an authoritative father figure whose words should be weighed up before being accepted. It suggests that the blind acceptance of the rules governing society should be tempered with reason and feeling, both concepts that have been lacking in the emperor. If some question you have relates to the family, it indicates a need to reassess the relationships between fathers and children. In every instance, the circumstances require careful consideration depending on the context. So it brings stability, authority, fatherhood, intellect, solidarity, forward movement, law, reason, conviction, male authority, and accomplishment. Accomplishment here. Okay. Something being questioned as well. And then we get to the 8 of Sons here, I believe. Yep. Wow, okay. Woo! All right, this is a lot. I know, but we're going to do it anyway. All right. The quatrain is from 163 Oh, God. Oh, my God. We've had this before. Okay. Peace will spread over the peopled earth. There will be travel by sky, earth, sea, and wave. The wave of ascension. Okay. The energy waves, the Schumann resonance, whatever wave you want to put it at, it's coming and we're going to be riding it. Okay. Wait a moment. Let's get some light on the subject. Okay. I'm not even sitting in the dark. It is just, given the presence of Mercury, winged messenger of the gods, the couplet that we chose for this Nostradamus prediction, that in time of peace, people will travel through the air. There are several such references in the centuries, suggesting that the seer had a glimpse of a future in which aircraft plied the skies, just as huge ships sailed the oceans and motorized vehicles sped across the earth. You got to remember, this is way back in time. This did not happen yet. The imagery shows a winged angel with a trumpet, again, with which he will announce these great events yet to be. Trumpet, trumpet, message, message, message. Oh my God. Okay. After the struggle comes the respite, the satisfaction of a job well done. Time to rest and reflect. Despite its mercurial associations, this card has always had a sense of going to the countryside for refreshments. Some people suggest this is a card of falling in love. And this works well with the idea of taking time out to rest and review the direction of your life. At such times, we have a chance to notice the person who is special to us. Events may move quickly, and we already had that with the angel card, and the completion of contracts is implied. Perhaps in the purchase of a house. Reverse, which we don't have. Okay, so appreciation, completion, luck, rapid developments, agricultural events, recreation, festivities, which also backs this one up, and where is it? Festivities in progress. Okay. Oh my God. Peace will spread over the peopled earth. There will be travel by sky, earth, sea, and wave. Okay. And finally, what the heck is this? Oh, the 10 of stars. Okay, 10 of stars, 10 of stars. All right, let's take a look. 10 of stars. Another ending card, I think. Oh my God. All right, you ready? Oh, la, la, la. This is, oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, keep in mind something. On the 30th of April, it was a solar eclipse, okay, and a very brand new moon, which means the next moon is a full moon, and it's a lunar eclipse, and it's on May 15. I want you to listen to what this contrain says. When the sun's eclipse shall come, the solar eclipse that we just had, the monster will be seen in broad daylight. Despite the overall darkness and negativity associated with this card, the imagery often suggests a glimmer of hope. The sun, which rules this card, casts its enlivening glow, offering hope in the darkness. Just as in the real world, the sun pierces clouds, drives back the night, and lifts the mists that hide our way forward, in this card, the imagery suggests that while all is in a difficult and challenging state, there are better times to come. The papal figure is threatened by negative forces here, represented by attacking birds, but holds his three-pronged spear in an attitude of defense. He promises to overcome the darkness and let in the light. He promises to overcome the darkness and let in the light. Okay. Hang on. We have Gemini above him. This is happening, I'm telling you. He has a key in his hand. He has a three-pronged staff here. Spear. Attacking birds, apparently. One is a cock. Okay, what? Okay, one's a rooster. One is a dove. See, that's kind of, hang on, is it a dove? It might be a crow. And one's like an eagle. And they are attacking spirituality, if we think of it this way. And this particular papal is in green. And really, I don't see him in green in the other cards. He's usually in red. This is someone else. Hang on. So the 10 of stars seems always to point to disaster and disappointment, because it's normally the 10 of swords. To me, that's the ancient curse lifting. So the 10 of stars seems always to point to this. Thus, whatever the issue you're concerned with, the indication is that there will be aspects of misfortune and sadness, but fortunately, the grimmer aspects of the card can be mitigated by the rest of the reading. So one interpretation suggests the ending of a relationship that's been destructive, even though this wasn't previously recognized. The sense of ruin and pain can thus be a means towards freedom and a new beginning, right? So this is also an example of exhaustion, because we're just at the end of all of this and we're moving into the newness of ourselves. We're moving into this new cycle of who we really are. And there's some pain with that we need to let go of course. But if you can see here, he holds firm against the attacking marauders, and he's holding firm by planting his energy close to the earth. And, you know, in this sensation, you know, holding this spear or this trident, you know, and believing that this holds power or dominion over his enemies. So by setting yourself up in a place of receiving, a place of high vibrational protection, people can come at you as they want, but it's not going to have anything. It's not going to affect you unless you let it. Now he's actually holding a key, and the key continually comes up in our readings as well as part of our destiny. He's also wearing green, which to me is very healing. Now, it's so interesting here that the Gemini is actually written above his head. I don't know if you can see it, but there it is, okay? Gemini. There's the Gemini. So Gemini, you know, when does Gemini start? Like the mid, see, around that time, mid-May. My son's a Gemini, my middle son, and he's the 23rd of May. So let's just take a look when Gemini begins. So May 21st. Okay, so the sun transits through Gemini about May 21st to June 21st. Okay. Yeah, so what we have is we have this Gemini energy because of it being May. So May the 21st. So this is a little bit further along. And then we have the lunar eclipse in Scorpio. Wait a second. Now the lunar eclipse is going to be a fiery blood red moon. Okay. It will take place on the 16th of May. And it'll be actually the first of 2 total lunar eclipses in 2022. A second eclipse will happen November 8th. So between now and November 8th, we're going to be in that, it's going to be in that huge energy. Okay, so it is, it's a blood moon, total lunar eclipse. It'll be visible in Americas, Antarctica, Europe, Africa, East Pacific, New Zealand, Eastern Europe and the Middle East. It'll be on 15th and 16th of May, depending on your time zone. A total lunar eclipse happens as the full moon moves into the deep umbral shadow of the Earth and will be visible in total phase from portions of the Americas and what we said, right? It's also called May's 15th full moon as a so-called super moon, in which the full moon is at perigee. It's closest to the Earth of the month, making it a super blood moon eclipse. Holy crap. If you don't think something's going to happen in this time, wow. So, let me just see. So there are 2 lunar eclipses. 2023 sees 2 lunar eclipses in May 2023 as well. And the second one will be October, so that's next year. Wait a second, I was just looking for one thing. So it is... Sorry, everyone. I'm just looking for something in particular. Okay. And the Kula Serpa is also finished as well. Okay, Scorpio. Mercury's in retrograde. There's things in Scorpio. It's okay. Anyway, so it is in Scorpio. So Scorpio is going to be affected. Leo, Aquarius, Virgo, I think. There's a few different signs that are going to be really effective. But what the thing of it is here is this connection of people who are trying to do the wrong thing are going to be found out. And because of their connection, it's going to cause a downward spiral of offense for those that are in leadership positions. This is not something to be joked at here. Like, we have it all here. But again, all of the cards have been saying message. Here comes the message. Here comes the information. It can't be something that is kept or swept under the carpet any longer, because it affects the justice of humanity for the long term. And I feel that we're going to see an overturning of events. That Scorpio has a sting, you know, there's the poison. Scorpio is now a south node, okay, in the world's, and in its north node is Taurus, which we just had. That's the direction we're going in. This is the direction we were in. So this is going to be interesting. let me just check one thing. Because when I was doing this before, we had some interesting cards as well that came up. So if I look at a card of a papal in here, see, it's in red. A papacy is usually, or a cardinal. See, this one is like yellow, red, right? Red. So it was very interesting that red, that this one came up green. And I'm just going to quickly check. Why is that so different? I might just pull a card. Red. Okay. See? Red. He has a slight bit of green on him too. But most of these are red. Oh, see, this guy's got green too. So this guy, Libra. I might have to take a look at him, okay? Okay, so he's the only other guy, and it happens to be a sword or a star card. This one's the 4, and this one's the 10. All right, so what else can you tell us about this reading? Good Lord. This as well, okay? So we're going to take a look at that one also. The Ace of Worlds or Spheres. First, I'm going to have a look at this one because it has to match. You know, it's sitting there. He's the only one in the green. So we remember what this one says. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. Now, here's the quatrain. Evil to he who opens the newly found tomb and does not immediately close it. Evil to he who opens the newly found tomb and he doesn't immediately close it. Okay, the origins of this is like the story of the Grail. In this ancient myth, the king lies wounded but unable to die, literally held in a suspended state. He awaits the coming of one who'll set him free. In Nostradamus' imagery, we see a pope about to be pierced by the unicorn's horn. The unicorn is on... Oh, hang on a minute. The unicorn is on the coat of arms for the UK, I believe. Hang on a minute. Oh my. Okay, so on Nostradamus' imagery, we see a pope about to be pierced by the unicorn's horn. This perfectly represents entering a state of being from which it's hard to return, and which, though it may give an opportunity to recover from sickness or sorrow, can also become a prison. In some sources, the unicorn was replaced by an image of the Grail. Okay, wait a moment. All right. So this guy's waiting for someone to come and get him. Okay, so the unicorn coat of arms. Whew, all right. So 2 unicorns are featured on the coat of arms, known as the symbol of Scotland. In Celtic mythology, the unicorn of Scotland is said to symbolize bravery, innocence, purity, healing powers, pride, intelligence, joy, and virility. Okay, so we have one unicorn as a symbol of Scotland. So he's waiting for someone from the UK. Hang on a minute. Scotland has it is the one with, I knew it. There was something about this. The unicorn was on Scotland's national animal. And unlike the British version, the lion is not crowned, nor is the broken chain of the unicorn. So on the arms of Canada, there is a unicorn with a broken chain, symbolizing the unicorn is resisting oppression. Ooh, hang on a minute. Wait a minute. There's something, because this unicorn has its horn straight in this guy's head. And a unicorn's horn is also symbolizing psychicness. Okay? The lion and the unicorn are symbols of the UK. Oh, wow. Scotland's one, lion and the unicorn. See, because in the Scottish one, they have both unicorns on here. But on this one, he has only one unicorn that he's waiting for. And he has something on his head as well. Okay. So the one that has one unicorn on it, let me take a look at this. Images. The lion and the unicorn is... What's this one? The lion and the unicorn are symbols of the United Kingdom. Okay, so they are, properly speaking, supporters appearing in the full royal coat of arms of the United Kingdom. The lion stands for England and the unicorn stands for Scotland. The combination therefore dates back to 1603 with the accession of James of England, who was already James VI of Scotland. So by extension, they've been used in the arms of Hanover and the arms of Canada since 1921 as well. So, all right, so let me just tell you this real quick. The lion and the unicorn were fighting for the crown. The lion beat the unicorn all around the town. Some gave them white bread and some gave them brown. Some gave them plum cake and drummed them out of town. The legend of the two animals may be intensified by the acts of union. And it was 1 year later that William King, 1663 to 1712, recorded a verse very similar to that rhyme. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Oh my God. So then the lion and the unicorn as characters in the novel Through the Looking Glass. Okay. The crown they're fighting for belongs to the White King, which, given that they are on the white side as well, makes their rivalry all the more absurd. Oh my God. In the project Looking Glass, okay? Oh my. All right, I'm going to get too deep. But this is how deep you can get. This guy is waiting for help because it was prophesied that he would get this help. He's waiting on it. And all the help that's coming is apparently doing is just driving a horn right into his head. And a vulture is above waiting. Okay, the final message is the keys right here again. The book, the keys, the sun, the sphere, the world. Let's take a look. Oh God. See, you could get really, really in depth. I'm obviously trying to just quickly, I stopped for a little while here, but I'm trying to get through it. Okay. So, yeah, so we have the thing here. So quickly read this. After the sorrowful world of the Three of Stars, the Four offers a respite. Following storms and upsets, The seeker withdraws for a time to live in a hermit-like existence. Okay? Here, it's possible to live frugally, to take stock of loss, and to prepare to re-emerge into the world. However, there's also a sense of being banished, of having to leave old ways and enter into new ways. So it means solitude, respite, exile, banishment, abandonment, and withdrawal as well. Okay, and now this one is the Ace of Sphere. My God. Oh my Lord. All right. Okay. The quatrain here is from 127. It says, "Not far from there, a treasure is hidden, which for many centuries has been sequestered. Not far from there, a treasure is hidden, which for many centuries has been sequestered." The pseudospheres is associated with another of the cardinal virtues that appear in the major arcana. So in this instance, the virtue is prudence, which may be interpreted to mean not only caution, but also contemplation, careful consideration, an exchange of both ideas and money. The term pentacle was imported only in the 19th century. The older form shows a coin which is believed to date back to very early times. Here we see the great symbols of the church, the household of God, together with the book of wisdom, and a vessel containing the holy oil down there, with which Christians are baptized and monarchs are blessed. Above rises the sun in its glory. Together, these images represent the keys to wholeness and success, the wisdom of life, and the blessings of house and home. Right? So, positive. So positive is the influence of this card that it's said to reduce the negative impact of any other card around it. Suggests great success and accomplishments, prosperity and good fortune. Don't rest on your laurels, but understand lack that attaches itself to you offers a way out on a road of your own choosing. So contentment, happiness, prosperity, enchantment, accomplishment, and good fortune. So whatever treasure's been hidden from us for many centuries, it's just been kept away. It seems like it's coming out. That will also come out with the truth of things. Okay, oh my God. So, isn't that interesting that the coat of arms of Canada, the Royal Coat of Arms of Canada, since 1921 has been the official coat of arms of the Canadian monarch, and thus also of Canada, and that's because of her, right? So, because, you know, Canada, France, etc., derived from British stuff. Okay, so the maple leaves in the shield were originally drawn green, but were redrawn red. Okay, so, oh my God. So this was for the, oh my God. Okay, so see this? All right, so I'm just looking at the coat of arms, okay? I want to show you this. All right. Prior to the Confederation in 1867, the Royal Arms of the United Kingdom served in Canada as a symbol of royal authority. And it was this symbol. And the fleur-de-lis, of course. So the blason proposed for the French province. Oh my God. Okay, you could get into that really deep. All right, we're not going to. But, hello. This one is the one that's getting to me. because we've done a reading of someone of prominence may very well pass away this season, this May. Okay, so anyway. All right, finally, let's do a final reading now. All right, I am just going to swap this out for the microphone. I'll put the microphone back in. Na, 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 na. I hope you're enjoying. I hope you're enjoying. Okay, this is just how sometimes things work out. Let's do... I'm going to use these fairy tale Lenormands. Okay. And see, we keep on getting this key come up. All right, we'll see. There's extra lady and gentleman in this deck. Okay, we'll just leave them in there, see what comes out. Okay. All right, everyone. Don't forget to come see us on Friday. We'll be doing an auction. Okay. All right, and I'll be doing a free talk with you all coming up soon before I start the next semester for the academy. Let's take a look here. All right, so we're asking for clear and concise messages. Okay, they're pretty mixed up. Right. Here comes the information. Here comes the information. See how the book comes out? It cannot be denied. This is an older female. And a message may come to you from an older female, or just a family member, okay, or friend, deep friends. Crossroads, the bear. Okay, so you're going to have to really use your intuition about what the next part of your journey is going to be. You don't want to be listening to the same old story that you've told yourself. You need to choose a new direction. And there's something to do with children because it keeps coming up all over the place. There's a lot of freedom coming for children as well. I don't know if you've been watching, but there are a lot of trafficking and children that have been rescued lately. A lot of people that have been getting arrested. It just gets squashed. But there's a new start here and a new commitment. You're going to feel like a new person if you take it up. There's a solid relationship here for some of you, okay, if that's what you're interested in. But also that there's some kind of a lucky connection regarding a lucky connection. It's sort of like if you follow your true instincts and listen to the bells that are ringing and the signs that you're seeing and all that, and you move forward, then you're going to feel very anchored in that new energy. And it could possibly be a full moon when this all starts coming out, okay? A solid investment for some of you. Money being used wisely. And lots of feelings or vibrations of love, because we're getting floodings of light on the earth right now. See, it's bringing the healing. And some people are going into their dream kind of house or their dream energy. You won't believe what you're going to be able to manifest once you get rid of your own issues and hang-ups and phobias, etc. See, the transformational energy again. And it ends this confused state that everyone's been in, not knowing what to believe in. Yeah, and we go into this a very abundant and happy forecast here of loyalty and information and, you know, people committed to helping us. Okay. So there's someone out there, or a connection out there with someone who's very nervous. Okay, very, very nervous. And it doesn't matter how much you try to help this person, they just want to be that way. And it comes down to it with healing. You either want to change completely, or you just want to be able to complain about something. Believe me, I've seen everything over the years, and I've seen some people with absolutely really fantastic spiritual insight, psychic abilities, healing. I mean, you wouldn't believe it, but they never take it on board, because they always sabotage their own success with their own bull crap, you know, that they tell themselves. And it's really fear. Anxiety is just fear of actually having anxiety. It's fear of something, of some kind of result of you, something that's your fault, something that you're going to be blamed for, something that you're going to be looked at for. And it builds up this stress inside of you that you just don't need to have. Now, there is someone around you all that is constantly stressed, and no matter how much advice you give them, they've got a reason why that is not going to work for them. Okay? Don't keep banging your head against the wall with these people. Instead, focus your forwardness and your truth and your light, and be the example. You know, some people just won't pull their own socks up, basically. I don't know. It's just so frustrating, but especially when you see this with family members or whatever, kids. You know, so if only they knew their own abilities, instead of killing it before it's even got a chance to begin. So this has been delaying things. You catering to somebody else. Okay. Wow. Now that Scythe has come up with the whip. So I'm going to take a look at these combinations in a moment, a little deeper. But we have this family, you know, lineage here as well, and happy times. And maybe in the family everyone's been stressed. It's time to clear this energy. Oh my God, there's the key. So that's also a spiritual karmic connection as well. Key, the cross, the change. The snake is here with, see, these are all coming together, these guys. The snake is there with the whip. There's the tower. There's the ship. There's the fox and the gentleman. Okay? Ooh, okay. See how the government energy in this is shifting, because there's already things happening. There's already things changing. I'm going to have a look at this. There's already things changing behind the scenes. Everybody thinks they know what's going on, but it's not as it appears at all. Okay, so we have the Scythe and The scythe and the whip can sometimes be a fight. Sometimes it can be violence that could escalate here. People don't get what they think is right. So instead of, you know, it's like two wrongs don't make a right. That's all I'm going to say. Right. So we also have the scythe next to the... Okay, so we also have, for some of you, there may be surgery coming up or someone that you know. The whip and the snake also indicate a troublemaker, a dangerous acquaintance as well. So those three came up together. But they are surrounded by fairly positive cards. There's something that's going to be breaking down because of the ineffectual decisions. Things that just are not the right decisions. So it breaks down. And this brings us into our destiny a little more. It doesn't seem as stressful, all of this energy that we were getting in these readings. So we will see. We also have... I just want to quickly look at this. We also have the key and the tower. So a world energy of spiritual organization. I like that. The key is right next to the cross as well. So that's also about prayers and having mantras too. It also says this is it. Success is within your reach. Divine support for your dreams and goals. It's near the tree, which talks about karma and past life resurgences and spiritual experiences and insights also. It's near the ship, which is significant voyage, a destiny for some of you in another country. Or from another country, destiny is fulfilled for us. Now, okay, then we have the tower with the ship, which is immigration, control tower, airport. We have the tower with the cross, which talks about religious institution, worships and religions. And we have the tower with the key, which is world leadership, worldwide influence and divine power. Okay. We have the stork with the snake, which is obstacles, sometimes challenges to overcome. And we also have a positive job change for some of you, promotions. Moving forward as well. Okay. Whew, all right. So we have this really good luck around us as well. Everything shifting, information coming forth. It's faster moving. It's faster moving. All right. Okay, last one. I'm always amazed by these, but then again, not really, if that makes sense. Okay, let's get these ones. All right. There's a couple of other cards to this deck, like there's some dice and something else. I forget where I've put them now because I just tried to keep them a little more traditional. So I've put them somewhere. Anyway. Okay. Let's go. Last reading. hope to see you on some of the other platforms that I'm at. If you're a patron, you will also get lots of discounts just for $5 a month. And I try to do extra things for the patrons. And it's just a thank you, because everything's been so difficult for the world, of course. You can also now give thanks on these videos, which I just found was amazing. I was allowed to have it on mine. So anytime you feel like I helped you, that'll be nice. Thank you very much. But let's take a look. See, this is the commitment. This is the key to our destiny. The key keeps coming up very, very predominantly. It's also about our health, spiritual centers. See the tree and the key coming up together again. Moving to a place, a change of residence, something to do with family here. A commitment to our destiny, unlocking our destiny. Information coming. Choices to make because of this. We always get this Foxy card come up. Now, it's not always a bad thing. It depends where he lands, but this can also be an opportunity for a new job. So the fish and the anchor can also talk about abundance that's becoming solid, and information that comes about, something that brings your heart into awareness, like into fullness. And also it can bring a message from a lover or someone that you care deeply about. Now we've got this moon also. So intuitively you're going to know what to do, and that you are appreciated and abundant. It could be information coming to you from someone that you care a lot about. Now the snakes come up here, so we want to see also, someone might have been pulling the wool over your eyes a little bit in regards to one of your children, perhaps. Careful who you're trusting. Really listen to your instincts. Some of you are making a new start in a new place, and it's going to feel like you're just beginning again. Confusion will end when this is unlocked, when the information starts to come forward. And some people are focused on those that are loved ones that are elderly, or maybe you're going to go to some older person's celebration of some kinds. The sun here brings us a very, very positive vibration throughout the entire reading. And the sun and the stars together is optimal for great luck, great healing, windfalls, abundance on all levels, new beginnings, new starts. The whip comes up here. Don't get... it's not a good idea to be arguing right now. It's nothing really major here. Just also can be someone's extremely sexual right now. Could be a friend making some kind of pass at you or something. And information that pertains to wishes, dreams and hopes for the future. Here comes this stressful friend. Yeah, all confused. Okay, something that's going to change here completely with regards to how you see yourself, how you're eating, how you're doing things, how you're expressing yourself, and also emotional changes here too. Okay, so there could be somebody also who's a little older. See how this is affecting the tower? Has got the... So there's something religious in this. Something here is changing, but it's got a little good luck here too, and information. So there's something that is changing with a large organization, such as a religion, religious institutions, or religious schools. So let's just take a look. So we have the Tower and the Cross. Yeah, see, religions are there. Religious institutions, definitely. And then we have the Lucky Clover. So a prosperous corporation. Something with regards to the religion is going to change because we have the Scythe. So it can also be courthouses and judgments and things like that. And Congress, Senate, and Assembly because of the information here. So really, something is going to have to come to pass. More people are going to be coming forth about their own truths and what they've been involved in that's been dodgy over the last couple of years. And people are going to have to be held accountable for their actions against the worldwide, well, the people of the world. I've always felt that there was this intensity of change with regards to how we do everything and how we govern everything. And it becomes because it's forced. And the reason that it's forced is because there's just too many places of overwhelming evidence, because otherwise everyone's singing a song of oh, that's not true because we don't want it to be true, because if that was true then we're in trouble. Information coming out, you know, it's you can't condemn humanity for every single little tiny thing that they've ever done wrong in their life. They have to go to court, they have to go to trial, they have to go through stress beyond stress beyond stress. And then you have people that have a lot of money like, oh, we're not going to deal with that, so we're just going to try to cover that up, pay everybody out, you know, pay everybody off, not listen to it, create craziness, make people who are telling the truth seem like they're insane, gaslighting us, making us feel like we're never going to get any hope. No, it can't continue this way. And it doesn't matter who a person is. You cannot feel that someone can get away with all crimes in the world, but a normal person can't. And an everyday person even gets accused of things that they haven't done. So, and they still have to go through the rigmaroles of it and have to fess up to it and pay for their crimes. Well, hello. It doesn't go just one way. It has to come around. And I feel that that's what we're building ourselves up to. Even though it's been coming and coming and coming, everyone's saying it's coming. They need a lot of people to back them up. And that's what I feel is coming out. I said that to you all for some time now. For some reason, I've got another deck in my hands, so let's go. See, we are going to be happy. There's the Ace of Cups. We are done with this sleeplessness because we've been having that also because of, do you see that thing? It's just moving. We have that also because of the light codes that are coming in, right? So we've been up and having a broken sleep, and also because we've been betrayed. Okay, we've been told something isn't true, and it has been all along. Not only is it true, but there's mountains of evidence. All right, now in your own life, in your own personal life, you have to put the stresses of the past and the betrayals and the hurts and the, you know, whatever's behind you, how you felt about something, how it annoyed you for 10 years and you couldn't get past it, and, you know, someone robbed you, someone hurt you, you know, you got falsely accused of something and it took your children away and blah, 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 blah. Whatever the story is, we have to let it go. It has no place in an abundant and happy future, and a future where we're very, very conscious of what we're saying. Okay, and here comes the prosperity, because we're putting, see how he's turned away, he's completely focused on his own journey. And this is what I'm trying to get you guys to understand. Everyone has trauma. Your trauma responses are valid, okay, completely, but understand them. Understand what your trauma responses are so that you can conquer them, that you can be in control instead of having them control you. Because I am honestly one of the sorts of people that I'm sort of tired of hearing so-called spiritual leaders continue to pipe on about ADHD and all of these other things that they have, you know, why are you telling people that you have this? Why are you declaring it as part of your existence? And protect your people. Give them a way to protect themselves from it, and a way of understanding it. So, you know, look, we have the Justice again coming. Here we go. The Gemini. I'm not joking, that is Gemini. The Lovers is Gemini. Oh, shit. They're like, Becky, we're just going to show you over and over and over again, okay? And all the crap ends. Look. The ancient curse is lifted. And the announcements are made. And, you know, we have proper authority coming back. Ay, ay, ay. No longer are we tied up. We are rescued. And relief is here for us. And it brings us into this super happy phase of reconciling, getting back together with people, you know, connecting with those that we love. And underneath the curtain, the whole world is affected by this. Look, I don't have to say anything else. Oh, okay, so when I get a wild hair, I'll be back for more readings. And I'm sending you all lots of love and many blessings, of course. And I hope that this was incredibly interesting for you. I hope to see you at the Light Leaders Academy. We have more to talk about with the Light Leaders and the wonderful work that they're going to be able to bring into this world and spread it out. Hope to see you there as well. Trust in your path. And until the next time, many blessings. Bye for now.